Hi guys, this is Vishal from Trapcode. So in this video, we will understand how to read real-time logs of any external API calls, requests and response. So a lot of time it happens that you are integrating some external API and you want to see the request, what the parameters are going in request, and if there's an error, what is the error which is coming, or even if the successful API, you just want to see the response, right? So how to see the real-time logs of API request and response in Trapcode, we'll see in this video. So I have a collection called product. Okay. So let's say we have an Airtable base. So we have a Airtable base called product. And let's say I'm creating a product on Trapcode, and after that I want to push it to Airtable through API, and I want to see the logs, that what is going, and if there's an error, what is an error. Okay, so this is Airtable API. Look how it looks like to create a product. Okay, so I've already configured it in Trapcode. So here, let's go to external APIs. Okay, this is an API which is basically creating a product on Airtable. So create product on Airtable, post call, some URL, send data from collection because we are taking it from product collection. Okay, and then authorization key, bearer token. So this is like how Airtable is expecting. URL, authorization, bearer token. So all these settings are given and we are sending the data as raw JSON. So here in the raw JSON, we are setting the parameters, which is name, manufacturing date, and protein percentage, which I have taken from the collection field, right? So now we are just sending this data and I want to see the logs, right? What is going and what is the response which is coming. Okay, so Airtables take the parameters as this and the response comes something like this, which has ID, created time, fields, and all those things. Right. So I have created a form, and in the form I have binded an event called save product, which is saving the data in the collection, which is product collection. And then after making an external API call to that Airtable, right? And I want to see the logs of that particular API. Okay, so now I'll go to the page and then just submit the form. It should create the product and then send it to Airtable. So as of now, there are 4 products, which is fine. So let's review this. And let's create a product. Let's say I give some unique name to the product. Let's say August. Okay, some product name, 10th of August, and some percentages, let's say 55. Now I'll make a call. It will save the data and at the same time, it will send the data to Airtable. So if I go to my Airtable, okay, so as of now, there are just 2 products. Okay, so let me submit this. Submit. It has saved the data. So this is the message which I given, and it has also created on Airtable. If I go to my collection, there should be one more product which with the name of August, 55% protein. And if I go to my Airtable, product got created. Now I want to see what parameters my system sent and what was the response. So let's go and check in the logs. It is very straightforward. Go to settings and see system logs. Okay, I'll open in a new tab. In here you can see the logs which are going to the Airtable and the response which is coming. So this is what we have sent. So you can actually filter on the based on number of lines. So it will show you 5,000, like 500 lines, 1,000 lines, and then you can search. If you want to search for any specific keyword, you can also search. So let's say, let's search for August. Okay, in the last 500 lines. Okay, so, okay, so here is the parameter which we have sent. So you see, this is the data which we have sent. It's fields, August, manufacturing date. And if we scroll right, we'll see the complete parameter, protein percentage. So this is the data which we have sent to Airtable, and this is the authorization key, bearer token, and all. And so this is the final header. Okay, the 2 parameters. And this is the response which we have received from Airtable. So it is showing record ID, created time in the fields, and protein percentage, and all those things. So this is exactly how the response the Airtable gives. So the response is records, ID, created time, and the fields. So here it's the same ID, created time, and the fields. So this way basically you can actually see that what is the request and what's the response. Let's go and change something. Okay, so I want to see some error message. So what I'll do, I'll go to my external API and change some configuration. So let's say instead of product, I'll call it product some XYZ. Maybe the collection which does not exist, or maybe I can change the bearer token, or I can change some parameters. So let's just change the URL. Okay, now let's go and create the product again. So I'll just reload. I'll create, let's say, product September, some date, protein percentage, this time let's say 33. Okay. And I'll just submit. So now my API should return an error that the product, whatever the collection name which we're given, does not exist. I'll just submit. So it has saved the data in product, but with Airtable, there is some error, right? And we don't know what error it is. So now let's go to Airtable and see if the product got created. No, September does not got created because we are trying to create in some collection which is not product, or basically it's not product table, right? We have messed up the name and we are trying to find a table in collection, year table with the name of product 4354, whatever. Right. So now let's go and check the logs. So I'll go back to my logs again and I'll remove this because, and let's look for September. Or you can just search directly. So this time I need to scroll down because there was an error and there are a lot of logs. So this is what we're trying to send. We are saying before call records field September, manufacturing date, protein. This is the URL. And then we have sent it to Airtable. And this is the response which we have got from Airtable. The response. So this is the error which is coming from Airtable, which is saying invalid permission or model not found. Basically, it is saying either you don't have a permission for this particular table which you are looking for, or either the table does not exist. Right. So if you want to show this error on the UI, you can just copy this error path, error.message, and configure it in the external API. So I can just go and configure an external API, error handling. I'll say error path is error dot message. Probably it will help us to read the error on the UI. So let's create one more product. So October, some date, some percentage, and I just submit. Product, error from source. Okay, same error. So if I search again, I should be able to see this error as well. Right. So here you see invalid permissions. All these logs are coming from the Airtable. Let's say I change this again. Okay, now let's go and try creating another product. So we already created September, October. It was not created on Airtable. Let's create November. Some date, some percentage. Let's say 66. Save. Product saved. Created on Airtable. So if I go to Airtable, the product is here. Okay, and I can go and check the logs. So I will be able to see the success logs, right? So here, this is what we sent to Airtable, November, authorization, okay, and the date and all those things. And the record got created, and this is the successful response which you've received from Airtable. Right. So this way you can actually see the real-time API logs. This works only in preview environment, so that when you're building your application, you can actually see whether you're sending the right data, whether the URL is correct, whether the token is correct, and all those things. And if there's an error, you can actually see what error is so that you can fix your external API. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you again in the next video. Bye-bye.